hot dog, hot chocolate, Friday Night Football, ABC 27, good choice.
I couldn't agree more. Welcome back to Friday Night Football. It was almost 700 days between Susquehanna Township wins from 2020 to earlier this season. Now they're 6-3 in the playoffs, looking at a tough matchup at home against the 7-2 Gettysburg to end the regular season. And the Warriors are up 9-8 at the half, and in a tight back and forth matchup, Susquehanna Township driving down the field to open the third quarter. The handoff to Dorian Smith muscles his way in for the touchdown to take a 16-9 lead after the 2-point conversion with 8:56 to play in the third quarter. The student section loving every second of it in their Halloween costumes, but Gettysburg's answering on the doorstep. Jaden Johnson punches it in to tie things up at 16 all. So Township trying to answer here in just a second. The hard hit is going to force the fumble. Preston Burnett for Gettysburg scoops and runs it back in over 50 yards for the score to take the lead, and that is all she wrote. Gettysburg wins 23-16. We're going to welcome in Susquehanna Township head coach Joe Heaton. Coach, a heck of an effort from your guys there in the second half. What did you see from them specifically in the third quarter to really make this one a game and have that tie score there in the third quarter?
You know, our kids really fought hard. And to weather the storm of a good Gettysburg team early in the game, and to get to the third quarter and be up and then be in a situation where it's a 16-16 tie, I think our kids showed a lot of perseverance, but we also showed a lot of our youth, and we have to learn from this and continue to move forward.
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning, before your highlights, it was almost 700 days between your last win and the first win this season. What has this group shown now looking at a 6-4 record? I mean, this is a heck of a turnaround for your program, and it's got to be a testament to the coaches, but also to the players you have.
No doubt. I'll start with my coaching staff. They've really stuck through this. They bought into what I talked about trusting the process, and the players as well. But the number one thing is, you know, it's kind of a stick-to-itness. You know, the words that, you know, just make sure you stick to what you're trying to do and trying to prove and be good on the field and in the classroom. And eventually your successes are going to come. And we're just getting started, and we're going to continue to try to keep this thing going and during this season.
All right, so we know this is week 10. It's the end of the regular season. I'm sure you got a lot of goals there ahead of you. What are you looking at when you start to attack the postseason? We're a little bit confused about the power rankings, but we're pretty sure you're in. Where are you at kind of headed into the postseason?
Well, I'll tell you this, Allie, I'm just as confused as you are. That's why I teach social studies, and I see Jared trying to mess around with the math. But, you know, at this particular point, we're super excited to continue to get an extra chance to play. But for us, not only is it an extra chance to play, it's an extra chance to get better. You know, we got 2 more weeks to continue to work on becoming better football players and then have an opportunity to go out and compete and hopefully extend our season.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see you guys for a long time in these district playoffs and maybe even the state tournament. But if you have a message to your team this season, what they accomplished in 2022, what's that message for them?
You know, that anything is possible, and that there's no losses in life, just lessons. And in order to be successful, you have to fail at times. Tonight, I talked to our kids about Abraham Lincoln and being a history teacher I am, and how Abraham Lincoln lost in several elections early on in his career, but eventually became the president of the United States. And we're trying to apply that here is, you know, we're going to take some hard lessons now, but eventually we'll be successful and win some more football games.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you staying up with us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here hopefully next week. Best of luck in the postseason.
Appreciate you for having me on, and we're going to continue to work at it and go try.
All right. Hey, Coach Heaton, no losses, only lessons there. I really like that. He's also talking elections. He's got the right mood headed into November.
Well, no doubt about that. And when it's fitting that he's a history teacher, too, because he's a guy who has some serious history there. And like the playoff experience he's had with previous seasons with this group, I think they'll be just fine in the coming weeks. Another team hoping for more wins than losses and lessons. Jared's got the next game for us. Of course, 5-4 Susquehanna was in a must-win scenario, hosting Juniata, and due to the playoff formula, Blackhawks needed a win and likely some help. Coach certainly in the Halloween spirit. That's a scary Pennywise tattoo on the leg as the Blackhawks were looking for a stop. Down 7-0 in the first. They get one. Tyler Evans and Louis Frechenda ganging up on the ball carrier in the backfield. And on the ensuing drive, Derek Gibney dropping a beauty of a ball in the bucket to Ethan Robinson. Nice over-the-shoulder catch, too. That gives the Blackhawks a big first down. Now, unfortunately for Susquehanna, that drive stalls out, so Hunter Thomas puts points on the board. 7-3 halftime, but Blackhawks couldn't get anything else going. Juniata wins 19-3.
All right, so we got a lot more games coming up, Jared. More Friday Night Football coming up. But first, New Oxford is 7-2, looking to win their division. We've got their highlights coming up next, plus the games scrolling on the side of your screen. Cumberland Valley has surprised more than a few people in the Mid-Penn and 6A. Can they keep the train rolling? We're still going for 25 more minutes. We'll be back after the Solanco Marching Band and just a 60-second commercial.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Sonata.
Lease a 2022 Hyundai Sonata for $239 a month or get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
If you could reach beyond routine, what would you build? If you could look beyond limits, what would you see? At York College of Pennsylvania, you'll find more. More than an inspiring community of makers and doers. More than amazing professors and resources to guide you. More than hands-on learning to prepare you for what's next. You'll find a lifelong foundation where you can build your beyond. What's your beyond? Build it at York College.
We're Manheim Township Marching Band! And you're watching Friday Night Football. Woo!
You certainly are. Welcome back to Week 10, Division 2, and York Adams has a surprising leader. Here's our John Reppitz.
New Oxford already had the York Adams Division 2 title wrapped up. The Colonials almost quietly compiled a 7-2 record, ranked number 3 in Class 5A, looking to wrap up the regular season by traveling to Eastern York. The Knights take the field with high hopes, but unfortunately those hopes were quickly dashed as they fumbled on the first play of the game. Second play of the game, Idris Ahmedovich pulls down the snap and scores 7-0 just 21 seconds in. Very next play from scrimmage, Eastern's Austin Billick throws, picked off by Evan Schreiber, pick six time, 15-0 just 28 seconds in. Time for this week's installment of You Make the Tackle. New Oxford's Brennan Holmes coming at you. Get ready. That was close. Woo. The Colonials' Riley Killen is going to score 22-0 after just 3 minutes. New Oxford tunes up for the playoffs, easily beating Eastern. New Oxford wins it 57-21.
You're going to go up 2 touchdowns in the first 30 seconds. I think I understand why you're now 8-2 this season.
Yeah, that'll do it, right? You got another, what is that, 48 minutes to go? But why not get it done in the first 30?
I think that is the right math, but I just sat there and tried to do it in my head. Math is not our strong suit.
I've done a day full of math. I could really take a back seat.
Yeah, your sleeves are rolled down.
Yeah.
We're going to keep moving. There's some divisions that are still up for grabs. Bishop McDevitt obviously in front in the Mid-Penn Keystone division, and their dominance this season has been impressive. At least it was last year when they made their way to the state final before falling to Aliquippa, and they're back to their old trick. Shout out to Bishop McDevitt Athletic Director and Special Teams Coordinator Tommy Mealy, who was named the Elko AD this week, but he'll finish the 2022 season with the Crusaders before transitioning, and it's a good thing. McDevitt leads 7-0 after the first 81-yard touchdown, but the Falcons answer back. Bryce Forney to tie Milheims in the flat, goes 58 yards for the game-tying touchdown in the first quarter, but you know Stone Saunders and McDevitt have an answer. The handoff to Marquise Williams in for the score and the 14-7 lead. The cheerleaders 11 every second, and they're not done yet with the ball back in the first quarter. Williams, the Minnesota commit, you're going to see him a lot this postseason, dashes his way in for another touchdown. Bishop McDevitt wins 68-14. So we obviously know who's first place in the Keystone, yeah?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Minnesota could probably use him sooner rather than later, but that's all I was going to say.
Well, they'll get him next fall. But yeah, happy to have him on McDevitt. Obviously, they cruise to the Keystone lead. Playing for a second, these two.
Absolutely. You see Cedar Cliff and Milton Hershey had plenty riding on this game coming up from West Shore Stadium. Cedar Cliff pretty much locked in 5A, Milton Hershey in 4A, but a win would really solidify things for each of them heading into the district playoffs. Bennett Seacrest and the Colts offense rolled to a 24-7 halftime lead. The Spartans fired back in the third quarter, trailing 31-7. Jason Burney to Mohamed Karoma for a big game through the air. That sets up the Milton Hershey score at the start of the fourth quarter. Burney drops back, hits Angel Roberts, headed for the end zone. That's 6 for the Spartans as they trim the lead. The Colts defense ratcheted things up from there. Quick steering to the outside is bottled up by the Cedar Cliff defense, who forces the fumble. They don't recover. The Milton Hershey gives it back on downs. Then the Colts offense marches down the field to put this one away. Tayon Abraham breaks through the Spartan defense for 6. Cedar Cliff rules Milton Hershey 38-14.
We got plenty more highlights coming up. Stick with us.